Hello guys, welcome back with another video with my 2000 horror movie collection part 3. And then I'm gonna finish it off with the rest of them. I might make a part 4 depending how long this video is. So let's get straight with it. So we're gonna go with this one. So we have here the Vampires 4-film collection, which has The Lost Boy, all 3 of them, with Queen of the Dam. So you know the rest is gonna be the Lost Boys, the Tribe, and Queen of the Dam, because it came out 2000. So here you go. Here's the spine, and here's the back. So yeah, we're only focusing on these two because they came out 2000. So here's the spine here again, and here's the spine, the back. So there's the cover art right there. So yeah, we're gonna focus on only these two, which is the Tribe, the Lost Boy, the Tribe, I think it's called, and Queen of the Dam. If not, I think it's the Lost Boys. Yeah, okay. So Lost Boys, the Tribe, and Queen of the Dam. There you go. So 2000's horror film right there. Let me see if the dates. I'm getting it right. Let's see. Where's the dates? Okay, yeah, the Tribe was 2008. Queen of the Dam was in 2002. So yeah, those are the only ones we're gonna focus on. And I haven't seen them yet. Well, I did see Queen of the Dam as a young age, like maybe around 7 or 8. And the thing is, this woman was hot for sure. I liked it. But looking at the back, it's not a good movie, but still. We're gonna go with the next is Carrie, the movie collection right here, 3 movie collection. And you know why? We're gonna focus on one film that came out in 2000, which is their first remake. So here's the spine. So there it goes. Here's the back. Pretty cool. I got this on the Walmart, if you get what I'm saying here. And so here's the DVD cover art, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Now I'm glad that this movie came out individual. So you got the Carrie right here, and then you got the remake and the sequel right here. So this is a double-sided, the full screen widescreen. So yeah, we're talking about this one, the first remake of Carrie, which was made on a TV. And then this is the only one where Carrie doesn't die. So yeah, pretty cool. So it's sad that it didn't do well viewership. So that they canceled a show that we're gonna do with it. So yeah. So now we go with Pose and Sick Nurses, which is Asian horror. One is Japan and one is from South Korea, I think. If not, it's Taiwanese. So yeah, here's the cover art, here's the spine, and here's the back. Let me see if it is from Taiwan. I think it is from somewhere, because the first one is from Japan. But yeah, and so here you go. These two are 2000s horror films. So there we have the disc right here. It's just plain, but you have both of the films there. So yeah, I know for a fact I'm gonna get creeped out because Asian horror movies have like a different feel. Now I got a remake from the 2000s that came out 2009, the last year for this decade, which is the remake of The Last House on the Left, which is by Wes Craven. So this is a pretty cool artwork. This is a remake. I thought it was gonna be the original, but it's the remake. Here's the spine. Here's the back. And I'm shocked by that Universal released this film, because they criticize Rob Zombie, saying, "Oh, that's too gritty." But I guess they switched the producers. Yeah. Sad thing is that this is just a plain old disc, similar to a film. If I get it, is Drag Me to Hell, which gonna have the same black disc. So yeah. Now this one I do love. I do love the artwork, the cover art, the disc. So yeah, I do love. And this is the one that I most remember of the 2000s rental stores before it got bankrupt and destroyed. So two disc special edition unrated director's cut. Here's the spine. Here's the back. Oh, so yeah, here's the back. Pretty cool. And here's the disc art. Pretty cool. I like it. So very cool. And so we have Orphan. 2009. This one's 2007, so 2009. So 2007, 2009. Now, I love this film. Very underrated. Came out the same year as Jennifer's Body, which is another underrated horror film. And it didn't do well at the box. I think this one did pretty well, but the other one didn't. But it mostly got forgotten, but people do remember. So here's the cover art. Pretty cool. Here's the spine. Her name, the movie title is hard to see. There you go. Here's the spine. And here's the disc art. So pretty cool. Do love the disc art still. And like I said, Dead Silence here, another one from Universal, unrated. Here's the cover art. Here's the spine. Here's the back. And here's the disc. So yeah. I wish they did an artwork for that one, The Hills of Ice. Now we have this one. Pretty cool. Here's the spine. And here's the back. Do you like it? There we go. The disc. 2006. So we got a lot of good films. Now we have Hostel, the first one. Pretty cool artwork. Here's the spine. And here's the back. So I do like it. Good thing I grabbed it for a cheap price. I think almost $8. So we have the disc art right here. Pretty cool. So we have that one. And we have Hostel Part 2. The second one. So you have that one. I always thought that was his finger. But until I realized it's actually a drill that he has in his hand. So here's the spine. And here's the back. And here's the artwork for this one. I think it's the woman. Yeah. That one. So yeah. Pretty cool. I do remember that these movies came out in the 2000s, and these were the last movies came out in 2000s before Part 3 got released in 2011. So yeah, here's Resident Evil, the first one, Milla Jovovich and Michelle Rodriguez. Here's the cover. Here's the spine. Here's the back. So yeah, I do like it. It's very used. So Resident Evil, here's the disc artwork. I do like it. Now, I think this was a gift from my mom. She got me this movie, so I'm happy. Now, I got 2 copies of this. And they're pretty much the same. I thought this was going to have a slip cover. I remember there was a slip cover. You remove Alice, and it's only this image. So, yeah, I'm going to show you one. Because both of them have the same image. So, here's the cover art. Both of them have the same. Here's the spine. And here's the back. So yeah. And here's the disc. So I do like the artwork. I do like seeing Alice there. So there's just that. She's the main character of the series. And then Extinction, the last 2000 horror film. Here's the cover art right there. Here's the spine. And here's the back. There we go. Here's the disc art. So pretty cool. I do like the Sony. This is before Sony, decided to just remove the disc art and just put the just movie title plain. So we have that. We're done with those. So right now we're gonna remove it. I might watch it so I can, experience it for the first time with watching it all together. Let me just put it away. You know what? There we go. So another one I have is Eight-Legged Freaks. This one came out in 2002. I do like the cover art. Pretty cool. Here's the spine. And here's the back. And I think this is widescreen, so I hope it is cool. I do miss this kind of movies. Like, they give it a big budget movie and boom. And it bombed. This movie bombed. And this is by Warner Brothers, so clearly they forgot about this film. So here's the artwork. I do like that it has an artwork here. Pretty cool. So yeah. Can't wait to watch that movie again. So there's that one. And we have Mimic, the 3-film set. Now, I'm only going to talk about the second and third because it came out in 2000. So, the first one, I'll say this, is the best one. Easily the best one. So, here's the cover art. Here's the spine. And here's the back. And here's the movies, the second and third. plain old Miramax and Lionsgate disc. So yeah, not interesting. And so we have that one. We have Resurrection right here, which is just only one film right here. So we're not focusing on the 90s. It's just 2000s right now. So Resurrection. Here's the spine. Here's the back. And then, like I said, it's one disc. So yeah, not good. There's the Rob Zombie theatrical cut. So I got this one and that one. So the Halloween 2. Now, I'll say this. I do like both of them. There's some problems I do have with the first and second. So, yeah. It's not perfect. But Rob Zombie's a fantastic director. So, yeah. Yeah, so here's the spine. Here's the back. And, yeah, just like this one is a double-sided. So, the Rob Zombie's first film is this side. And the other side has the second. So, you have that one. And then you have Black Christmas. The unrated cut. So there's the cover art right there. Pretty cool. There's the spine. And here's the back. And here's the cover art for the disc. So pretty cool. I could watch this on October because it's very gory. Or I could watch it on Halloween. Here's The Strangers. Unrated. Came out in 2008. Do love it. Very fantastic film. Here's the spine. Here's the back. Yeah, if you could tell, it's used because when I ordered it on Amazon, it was actually used, so I did not saw it. So here's the cover art, same thing, and it's more cleaner this more than the slip cover. So yeah, here's the DVD. So red, so nothing too special. Now this movie is very scary, so yeah, this one you can watch in the middle of the night. You're gonna get scared. So yeah, pretty cool. I have some nostalgia for this one because I remember my cousin had this movie. He was older than me, like maybe 20 years old, 30 years old. No, actually 20. So yeah, around maybe late 20s. He rented this film, but yeah. Now I'm only gonna focus for this one. This is the fourth movie Thrills and Chills collection, which has monster features. The only one I'm gonna focus on are these two because this one came out in 2010. This one came out in the 80s. Yeah, because this one, the Lake Placid says right at 2010. So, yeah, we're only focusing on these two. So here's the Loch Ness Terror, another 2000s creature feature, and then you have Frankenfish. Yep. So that's all you have to see. Nothing too special. Just this art. Both of them have a disc art. So yeah, they're all stacked, so it's a little iffy. And then we have Murder Party. Here's the cover art, and here's the spine. Here's the back. I thought this wasn't like a 2010 or horror movie. Then I realized it's 2000. So yeah, Murder Party. I do like the movie. I thought it's gonna be like a generic horror film, but then it's so crazy. It's just. This guy thinks he's going to a party, and these other people go in, and crazy stuff happens. So yeah, it's a fun horror film. So yeah, here's the cover art. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm gonna watch it because it is a Halloween film. So yeah, and so I think I'm gonna stop it there. So thank you guys for watching for part 3. I'll be back with part 4, and yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying my videos. Thank you so much. Goodbye.